Hello, and welcome to a special presentation of the Bagets and COVID-19 Safe. Today, we'll be discussing the young people in our community and their experiences during the pandemic, as well as their attitudes towards being COVID-19 safe. I'm Julian Bagatsing, and here with me in the studio today are Rachel, Javier, and Bryan Yap. Welcome, Rachel and Bryan.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Julian.
Our special guests are Aless Ramos and Tina Hua, two of the three dancers who performed in the video we produced about being COVID-19 safe. Hi, Aless and Tina.
Hi.
All right, glad to have everyone here, but let's get Aless and Tina to introduce themselves.
I'm Aless, and I do forensic science.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm Tina, and I do visual art and design.
Wow. Well, so in the video, you were members of a dance group. So in real life, are you really a part of a dance group or something?
Not together. We dance separately. I dance with my separate company, and
I dance with my uni, so I'm part of the competitive hip hop group.
It's
Oh
exciting.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how did you both get into dancing?
My cousin was first into dancing when we were around 10, and she got me into it, and I've just stuck with it.
yeah. And when I was a child, I was always in the dancing community because my father was in lion dancing, and I think I was just brought up with it. So it's something that I'm used to.
That's in your blood.
Yeah,
Wow.
in my blood.
It runs in the blood. Yeah.
Now, since the both of you have been dancing for a long time, what are the styles or types of dancing that the both of you do?
I mainly do hip hop.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But I want to explore more styles in the future.
Yeah.
I mainly stick to hip hop and jazz, but yeah, that's. I'm very clear about what I like, so that's what I want to stick to. Yeah.
So, with both of you, what do you really enjoy about dancing?
I think I really just love the culture behind it and the friendships you make. There's not a dance school that you won't make friends at. It's very welcoming and very, you're stuck with those people for life.
Yeah. I really like the feeling that you get when you're dancing, whether it's on stage or in your room. You can really I don't know, express yourself and just have fun.
Are there any interesting things that have happened to you while performing or dancing?
Not necessarily performing, but behind the stage, it's very tense, especially competing with other people and just comparing yourself to other dancers, even in the same group. It's very tense and it's really hard to stand out when there's other good people that are surrounding you. So it's a very hard environment to be in.
Yeah.
Because of nerves as well. Do you get nervous before you perform?
Oh, very nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The comparison, between you and either another member of your crew or someone that you're competing with, you can get really into your head about it.
So with the competing as well, I believe you travel around Australia as well to competitions.
Yeah, well, first is state, so we do around state, and then it's nationals, so we go to Queensland and we get to compete with all the best unis, I guess.
Oh wow. Wow, that's so cool. Do you have any embarrassing moments while performing or while dancing?
Not embarrassing, just petty little fights that you'd have backstage.
So that's the embarrassing thing.
Is it with your dance crew or with other dance crews?
Mainly with other dance crews.
Intense.
Being oh, I'm better than you. No, you're not. It's just very, very petty back there.
Yeah, competitive.
I haven't actually had that, but I remember this one time when I was on stage, they played the wrong track while we were about to start.
Oh, no.
And we had to because you can't you have to be professional about it, so you have to just stand there. And then we were waiting for 30 seconds for our actual song to play. So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, I guess. I don't know.
Embarrassing and stiff. Yeah.
So with your dancing, are there any famous dancers that you aspire to be like or follow, etc.? So
I think there's a big South Korean group that YGX. I think their style is something that I really like. But if I go back to like the original inspiration, I'd probably say the Jabberwockies.
Oh, yeah.
I love their style and I love what they're doing and just how they stick to their true old school hip hop. And but then it's turned so modern and contemporary now. It's like it really is just my style. Yeah.
I really like Bailey Sock. I don't know if you heard
Oh,
of her.
Bailey
yeah.
Sock, yeah.
Yeah, she's been my inspiration since I was a kid because she also was like one of the dancers that I would copy, and yeah, she's also like our age. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she might be younger than us.
I think so. Yeah, I think she is younger than us. Yeah, but she's like really accomplished, and because like like YouTube exists, like you can really see her like progress, and I really like admire her for that.
You've shared so much of your experience about dancing, but what's the next step? Like, where do you want to take your dancing? Are the both of you looking to getting into sort of the professional scene?
Well, my career and my course is already going to be in the arts. I've always wanted to be in the arts, so I think if I could have a professional career in dance, even if it wasn't just dancing, like I love designing things, so if I designed costumes for dance, looking at how clothing works with the body and things like that, I think that's something I'm definitely thinking about for my future, and yeah.
For me, I'm not really like even my course is not in the arts, but I really do enjoy like dancing, but I'm not really sure if I want to make it a career because I feel like if I do, then I'll take it way too seriously and like take myself too seriously, and I'll be like, I don't know, like too critical or something.
Yeah.
It's just for fun, so I don't want to give myself like too much of a headache over it.
Yeah, you want to do this, it's for fun. It's something you love doing.
Yeah.
Brian, for our non-Filipino audience, what is the definition of bagets?
In Filipino, it has a literal meaning of youngster or a teenager. Like not really young, but you pass the puberty stage. So it's somewhere between like 13 to 18 or
Teenagers, the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much 19. Yeah.
Okay, before we go any further with our discussion, we'd like to play you the clip we made relating to young people and being COVID-19 safe, which was shot in this studio with the cast and crew, and Brian playing as...
I play the baller, raining threes. Kapow.
And Rachel, you were playing...
I was playing me. Yeah,
Just her. Myself.
Yeah, exactly. Where I just wanted somewhere peace and quiet, just to experience peace and quiet.
Yeah, thanks. And of course, we had Aless and Tina as the members of this amazing dance group. Now let's take a look.
What a beautiful day. The air is fresh, the sun is shining, and I just want some peace and quiet.
Such an amazing dog, Precious. Was that Precious? You need to poop. Okay, here you go, Precious. Such an amazing dog. Can you get that?
Did you see the game on the weekend?
Oh yeah, man. It was raining threes and they were trash.
So much trash.
Yum, yum, yum.
Oh my god, doesn't this look like the best place to practice?
Yeah, it's good for our competition next week.
Yeah, let's go.
Girls, are you COVID-19 safe?
What's that?
It means being fully vaccinated.
I'm double vaxxed.
No. You have to be triple vaxxed.
But I'm not old like you, so it's fine.
Well, haven't you got grandparents of your own?
Yes?
Yeah, well, you could actually pass on the virus to your grandparents.
Oh.
Oh, I think you've got COVID-19.
I just have a tickle in my throat.
No, have you got other symptoms like a runny nose, fever, aches and pains?
Yeah.
No, you should definitely get tested now. Yep, and isolate.
Oh my god, if you get sick, that means we can't dance for the competition next week.
That's absolutely right. So you should vaccinate,
Vaccinate?
you should isolate,
Isolate?
and you should wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
When you feel unsafe. So you should vaccinate, isolate, wear a mask when you feel unsafe. Vaccinate, isolate, wear a mask mask when you feel unsafe. Vaccinate, isolate. Wear a mask when you feel unsafe. Vaccinate, isolate. Wear a mask when you feel unsafe.
Oh, wow. What did you all think of that video?
Well, maybe we can start with.
Yeah, let's start with the dancers.
The dancers, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was very interesting and
Yeah.
definitely reached its target audience.
Do you think you hit your lines and your moves right?
Yeah, I think
I guess so. I had the
for our
sass.
first time,
Yeah.
it was pretty good, yeah.
There you go. That's good to hear. And, Brian, Rachel, what did you think?
It was great to move. Yeah, to get in the studio and just move. Yep, and be around young people as well.
I actually love the character of Aless. I'm not old like you.
Right?
Slay.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Why?
Very sassy.
Sassy.
Yeah, it's just real typical of like my kids and what they think of me. Yeah, old.
Yeah.
Okay, I am a grandmother, but
Yeah. Now, for the both of you, it was your first time being in a commercial or being part of a commercial. What was the experience like being there on that day during the shoot?
I think it was very eye-opening into how this industry is. It's definitely very interesting to see how quick everything has to be and how on point you have to be. Like, you're not doing well just for you, you have to do well for everyone. And yeah, it's very collaborative and yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was honestly like I thought it was like very nerve-wracking because I was like, what if I like don't remember anything? Like even in like my dance, what if I like mess up the dance? Like I don't know. I felt like very nervous, but like during it, I was like actually having fun. So
well, hopefully we made you feel comfortable as
Yeah,
well while we're
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, and the two of you did really, really great,
Oh,
by
thank
the
you.
way. Yeah. And that clip was really made to highlight some of the attitudes of young people with regards to being COVID-19 safe. Firstly, I'll go to the older people here. Rachel and Brian, do you think that that's the way young people think about being COVID-19 safe?
I think with the characterization, the three of them actually gave justice to it. But I couldn't attest to it because
Yeah.
I haven't experienced it firsthand.
True.
And well, I think that is just my take. But I believe Rachel here
Yes.
has the perfect example.
The
because,
wisdom,
Yeah, the wisdom
she's
of-
experienced it not once, not
Yeah.
twice, but thrice. I mean, you'll experience it in a few more years.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Let's
for
give it
sure,
like
yeah,
15
yeah.
years. But Rachel,
Yeah, so from a personal perspective, like my kids are really COVID safe and they are like that Bagets age,
Yep.
17 through to 21. But I can see it out there as well in my dealings in the education industry where that attitude is present. So therefore, hopefully it'll give a different perspective to people out there
yeah.
and what we've done and shown.
Yeah. I think that's important, just showing everyone, different angles, different ways of looking at it. Tina, Aless, did you think that was accurate?
To an extent. Personally, no, that's not how I approach COVID safety.
That's good.
But I think there's a lot of people our age that were really just tired of having everything stopped because of COVID. I know we both went through VCE, 2 years of going in and out of lockdowns. It was not good at all. And it was very self-dependent on like getting to where we needed to be. We couldn't really ask for help because everyone needed it. So it was very generalized, our help. We couldn't ask for personal help unless we were like really completely struggling. And I think that's the only bad outlook I had on it because it was just everything was stopped. It was very hard to reach out because everyone needed it. And yeah, but...
Yeah, I agree. Like, obviously it's like a little exaggerated. Like, we don't go out and be like, I'm not old like you. Like we don't do that. But I think like the core beliefs, they are certainly like at least like amongst like the majority of young people. Like when I'm at uni, I can definitely see like people just like don't care anymore. Like I guess people just think that it's over and like that just like it's over. But it's still going, and I feel like this ad would be like a
Just
good
a
eye
reminder,
opener.
a reminder that it's still going on, that we still should be aware of that.
Yeah.
As you're talking about these different experiences, I just wanted to sort of ask you to, reflecting back on that lockdown situation where, the both of you were going through, how did you find it? Like, for you personally, how did you go through it? Did you go through it okay? Were there difficult moments?
I think because we were year 12 at the peak of the pandemic, it was very hard to just be a student for the last time. Like, we couldn't have our formal, and we were barely at school, and I think there was barely any SACs that we did in person, like assessments. And it was very hard, especially being an art student. We had no supplies. We had to get the school to deliver it to our houses. But yeah, I think it was just a lot of opportunities we could have had, especially for our last year in high school. We didn't, and it was just sad on that part. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And also, it was like very hard mentally because we're very isolated. We're just like in our home, and yeah, we have like social media and stuff, but it's just not the same as like talking to like your classmates and like actually interacting with people.
Yeah, that's what I found too with my daughter. Because she's doing year 11, and that's what she missed the most when we discussed it, was the interaction with her peers and her fellow friends, and that's what she found the hardest, because it's just not the same online.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Do you think that these experiences that you had and the experiences of your friends and your peers, do you think they had any effect on how the younger generation or the younger population or the young adults treat being COVID-19 safe?
I think because of how hard it was and the fact that we're young, we haven't been through much to know how to deal with it. And it's not something you can learn how to deal with. It's not something you should have to go through. But I think because of that, a lot of people that are younger or our age are just so tired of it that they don't want to listen anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, especially our age, everyone just like gives up. Even just like when like things are hard, I feel like everyone just like doesn't care anymore.
You just want to live your life.
Like not even just like COVID things, just like even like education. Sometimes like people just like don't show up to classes or like things like that.
Is there just having that into perspective, do you have any ideas, like what are some nice ways or some great ways that we can encourage, the younger people to just practice being COVID-19 safe? Is there any ways that we can sort of encourage them, or do you think it's impossible at this point just because of everything we've been through?
I think it's not impossible, but it will be very hard to try and reach every young person because some young people are very empathetic, and if you say to them, no, do it so you can protect the people you love, then they'll be like, yeah, okay. But then there's some people who aren't very empathetic. They'll be like, I don't care about them. I'm living my life for me. So it's like, it's very hard to try and pinpoint how to how to address every young person. And
Yeah, I agree. Like, we can try, but I feel like it'll just be extremely hard. Like, we've already like been through a lot, and I feel like people just think that this is like, oh, we've already like hit the peak. Like, might as well just like live our lives and like go back to our normal.
Thank you so much, Tina and Aless, for sharing those insights. And we do hope that everyone in the community stays safe and practices COVID-19 safe while there is still the virus around. Now, Rachel and Brian, any parting words of wisdom?
Yes, well, I just want to remind everyone to get fully vaccinated, isolate and get tested if you do have any symptoms.
and wear your mask when you feel unsafe.
Thank you so much, Rachel and Brian. And again, Aless and Tina, thank you for joining us on the COVID-19 Safe special presentation of the Bagets and COVID-19 Safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please share and like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below on anything we raised or mentioned in this special presentation. Also, don't forget to subscribe or follow our socials. I'm Julian. See you next time, and bye for now.